Now, diary entry for the 12th of December 2015. Now, this particular day was quite busy. This was last Saturday just gone. Now, I initially supposedly go to Dublin Ukulele Group, or I think they're known as Dublin Ukulele Collective, whatever you have in yourself. Now, I first came across this group on Ireland AM, and they announced that the date would be on the 12th of December in two places, GPO and somewhere else. The GPO is not Henry somewhere else. I've forgotten the exact. Temple Bar, I think, or someplace. And as it happens, I went in, obviously. I couldn't find him anywhere on the GPO. And so I quickly checked the Facebook page, and as happened due to the weather, they actually cancelled, which is kind of a pity. Now, when I went in, it wasn't too bad, but apparently I since learned the weather was really bad earlier on in the day when I was in bed. So I took the opportunity in actually getting a bit of Christmas shopping done. So as Angel later on said, and Dad always says to me, Christmas ain't gonna wait for me. Like, Christ was born on a particular day. He's not gonna wait until I'm ready with my finance. So I decided to use my rent money, which is €130, to actually use for Christmas shopping. So I then continued on. So that said, I decided to continue using my rent money. I told Dad yesterday that I do have the rent cash because he asked me when I was doing my gardening nights, you see. And I did. However, Christmas is around, so I went around firstly down to Christmas stall on Henry Street, Shirley Henry, then came back down, headed to collect my bike to go and collect my Christmas dinner. Well, as unfortunate that wasn't to be because I was too late. They didn't sell anything there, and it was too late anyway, full stop. So then I looked around and found some fabulous items, like my vegan butter. So I see my baby was there, Violet, like, oh yeah. So, just get this bit right. So I then headed on off to Christmas market outside the Bank of Ireland. Bunkanahair. No, that's something else, sorry. Bunknahair. So I looked around there. They had a Christmas market with beautiful items that I had. So on my way to collect the bike, I want to see if Edmund, Evelyn, and Glow or Glory from Vegan Ireland were there. Speaking of, they're like their cars now that I think about it. But they were there with their stand of anti-fur against Bernard was selling fur. So as they weren't there, and in the meantime, I seen a cute bunny rabbit in the window. Just a couple of weeks ago, I seen it, right? And I wasn't sure if it was made of fur. The fact that the vegan crowd do actually protest again, I would assume it is, but I just wanted to make sure. So I went in there with a shameful faith of betraying betraying back, betraying himself. Now I've obviously no intention of ever buying such a thing. I just wanted to see if they sold anything but fur. Literally, the minute I went in, it was full of dead animals, because that's the exact image I got. Dead animals. And this is a charity shop, like? That's the one thing I never understand. Charity shop is supposed to be cheap, because it's where people donate. Yet they charge, well, I don't know, I didn't ask the price because I'm not going to bother. But yet they charge an abominable price. And for such a cute bunny rabbit, it's very football-y kind of thing. And unfortunately, it costs, or it would be, I didn't bother buying it, that's my point. But as I said, it is made of fur, so it is unfortunate. So I said, I headed on off, and it was so very bored. Well, like I bought my sister's teddy, which she calls Peanut. Not penis, Peanut, right? Just to make sure, because he does look like it. So considering it's a charity shop, I would have expected that they sell anything, and it'd be, like cheap stuff because people donate. But I don't know. Yeah, you learn something new every day is the point being. So I was totally distraught to learn that the bunny rabbit was actually made of fur. So with that behind me, I then continued onwards towards the north of the city. Looked around. Now where was this Bernardus? Okay, so I came down Grafton Street to go on to Dame Street again. So then Dame Street, so I went up Dame Street, or to go down that big hill, I don't know the name of the hill. Right. So then when I finished it with all the looking around, I came back home afterwards, wrapping up presents, etc. And then actually, before I went home, I actually went into Smith's Toys to first find out, looked around, see if any cute teddies. As happens, there's a beautiful little puppy. He's literally floppy. I described it to my sister, and I would really like to buy it. So they may have a deal going after Christmas. But it doesn't look as though I'll be able to get it before Christmas. It's kind of sad. Anyway, so then no, I'm see if I can get it after Christmas now. But my point being is though that if I were to get it, so then that's one thing. Then I went to Maplins to see if they sell the Microsoft Band, which is a fitness gadget that you stick on your wrist of your arm or your hand, whatever, and you literally go to bed, sleep with it, and it measures your sleep, your patterns, your this, your that, your cycling, on all your heartbeat, all the usual. But this is a Microsoft Band, so it belongs to, hence the term Microsoft company. They developed the what's the word I'm looking for? The hardware, and then and then it's compatible with obviously Windows Phone. But what's miraculous and mysterious, it's actually compatible with Android, which I'm delighted because when I do get my Android phone sorted out, I'll be going back to Android full time almost, because I do intend bringing the two phones together via the means of pairing them, if that's the right word, and using it as the way I used to, because it's just currently now no point bringing the phone out, the Android phablet is what they call it these days, because it just runs out of battery. It's just no damn good. So then moving on, I went down. That's Maplin. Then yeah, I'm right. Yeah, so after Maplin, I headed on home. So then afterwards, as I said, did all wrapping presents, etc. And then afterwards, I headed on up to H&O as per schedule, because I was asked them the night before, and they said yes, because the next week I think it's their turn to look after Brendan H's father, so obviously you can't do much about that. So we chat about their family and my love, or more so pining for my Kathleen, etc., and the other one Michael, and yeah, more so. That's why I was just saying to myself earlier on that I was writing cards for, for example, Nolan and Andrina. Nolan is down in Wexford, who's Asia's sister, i.e. his daughter. Likewise, Andrina. Now, Andrina is she's in not Wexford, in Castleknock, I think. Now, I don't have much love for them. Now, I don't hate them, don't get me wrong. But those who are more closely, in therefore age, I want them in my life. Likewise, Michael Doherty and the other one, not feeling, what do you call the other one? Well, the O'Shea's, I know they're in Laois, but I did see Mary O'Shea more so than the one in Wexford Nolan, because probably when I was growing up with Connor or whatever, and the other one, what do you call it? To someone else was mentioned, Michael. Oh, Mulligan, the one in England. Again, she does come on quite frequently. Well, these days it's even more frequent than that because of his father, with his mini stroke, or actually it's a bit more than mini stroke. But my point being is that that's the point I'm talking about. Then when Ange asked about my mother, my birth mom, I wouldn't say I got agitated, but I started to get the teary eyes and the shakes, the this, the that, and then I asked if I were to be diagnosed, let's say with, not with, or whatever, would they think anything different? And when no one said, you're one in a million, I felt so wanted in all my life, So it'll be interesting now, because I do intend eventually to tell them whatever diagnosis that it comes up with me. Eventually, I do intend telling them, and I just want to see will have the same ramifications as it did with my sis. Because when my sis is diagnosed with it, I'm not going to bother telling you what it is. When she was told, and I think H&O found out don't remember exactly know how it was found out. But when they found out, they didn't take it too well. So I'd be interested will they do the same with me. So on that note, I headed back home. And that was it. Literally, that was it. It was a fabulous night, I must say. You know, it was a wonderful night, except the mother, but hey, whatever. So look ourselves, and I'll speak to you soon again. Au revoir, adieu, or mon Dieu, sorry.